actually know who this would favor. I thought that Lost Temple would favor iNcontrol a little bit more, but, you know, we saw LzGaMeR prove all of us wrong there. And by all of us, I mean me. But on Xel'Naga Caverns, I think LzGaMER is going to have a lot of space to micro around, but iNcontrol also has a lot of these counter-attack paths that can be obnoxious for Terran to deal with.
Yeah, this is one of those maps, we talked about this earlier yesterday, where that natural expansion is quite hard to take because there are so many entrances into it. You have 2 open gateways there north if you're at the lower position and south if you're at the top position. And then you have this kind of back entrance hidden by brush there. So if you can't sneak in units right there, or even put a pylon down if you're the Protoss player like iNcontrol, it's so good to be able to go ahead and sneak things in there. And we are going to get started here, all tied up, game 3, both players fighting for their life in this tournament. This is the biggest game right now of the tournament for both these players.
Just such high caliber play. God, iNcontrol in the bottom left as the blue Protoss. I wasn't going, oh God, because he spawned bottom left. It's just because iNcontrol's really good. iNcontrol in the bottom left as the blue Protoss. Technically, he is the underdog. That is the lower seeded player, but just playing absolutely marvelously. LzGaMER in the top right as the red Terran.
Now, I want to see if LzGaMER or iNcontrol do anything fishy or anything kind of quote-unquote cheesy. I hate using that word, or any proxy pylons, any early Reaper harassment. We'll have to see what they decide to do here. Looks like nothing too crazy right now coming out of LZ, and pylon probably going to be coming here for iNcontrol and not seeing anything too crazy right now.
And of course I wanted to point out that on Metalopolis there's a frowny face in the middle, but if we look here, the Xel'Naga watchtowers and the gold expansions actually make a happy face with a little bit of a mohawk and an extremely large nose. In other words, it is a portrait of myself. So iNcontrol just continuing to build these pylons very close to his nexus, doesn't want to have too many outlying buildings because early Reaper, early Marauder pressure can always kill off outlying pylons.
It looks like that rack, or the supply depot is going to be finishing there from LzGaMER, so we're not going to be seeing, where is he going with this SCV? He's probably going to be scouting for any proxy pylons right there.
Proxied. Oh man, that is a great move right there. And let me tell you something, there is a few worse feelings than flying all the way out to a tournament and losing because 2 gateways got built in your base and you didn't see.
Yeah, that's one of those things. I mean, actually yesterday, iNcontrol did lose to Noni in the first match of their series. iNcontrol ended up winning, coming back, though, 2 games after that, but he got proxied. And when you get proxied, like you were just saying, it is one of the most frustrating things. So again, that's just showing that iNcontrol is one of those players that can roll with the punches. He can do exactly what it takes to go ahead and finish a game. Here comes the probe there coming up from iNcontrol. He's going to see exactly what his opponent is up to. Going to be trying to harass that SCV, building that Rex, but it is almost done, and a nice placement from LzGaMER to go ahead and reinforce that with any SCVs if need be.
Here the barracks finishes. There goes out the command center. We see the Marine coming out right away. Such a good play to always get that Marine because look at this. iNcontrol blocking any potential tech lab. Wasn't part of LzGaMER's plan at all. He's going to get that Marine fast. He's going to kill that probe immediately back in iNcontrol's base. The usual fast cybernetics core play. No 2-gate, no big pressure. And I got to say, I'm very impressed with iNcontrol's ability to control that Colossus.
There goes that tech lab going down onto that Rax. It looks like the orbital command has been done. There goes the first mule dropping, and no tech path really coming out from iNcontrol as he is getting that cybernetics core, getting a second gas up. That's usually, this is pretty much the standard play from both players right now.
Very typical, nothing too out of the ordinary. Again, iNcontrol, he's skipping units so we can get the gas up faster, so we can get those tech units up a little faster. Cybernetics core does finish. Will we begin getting the warp gate right away? Yes, indeed. That's very standard. Chrono boosting that stalker so we can kill off that SCV as quickly as possible. Doesn't want to reveal anything. And LzGaMER, oh my goodness, getting 2 more barracks right off the bat. Looks like he is going to be going for some big all-in bust.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten any concussive shell upgrade or an early stim pack quite yet, so definitely a little bit different than last game. Adding on those 2 racks, not going to see any of that 2 Marauder, 1 Marine, 1 Reaper harass that we were talking about early last game to go ahead and get that expansion up. He's going to be going for an aggressive push here very soon, and a Stargate is being thrown down by iNcontrol. Stargate, where it's placed right now, it's going to take a long time to go ahead and get across, and
It's a concussive.
He cancels it as if he can hear the stream right now. He goes ahead and cancel that concussive shell upgrade and switches to the stim pack, and that is going to be great play from LzGaMER.
I don't know if the camera was on me at this point in time, but when I saw the concussive shell go down, I took my hands off both the keyboard and the mouse and just went, oh gosh, because there's really no reason to rush for concussive shell if you're doing a 3 barracks play, but there's every reason to get that very fast stim. It's exactly what we saw coming out of LzGaMER, so I'm delighted to see that stim's coming up, but this is going to spell a lot of trouble for iNcontrol, who's not getting a Void Ray, getting Phoenixes. Woo, we have ourselves a very cool game incoming.
It looks like iNcontrol definitely feeling the same way that Void Rays just are too slow on this map to go ahead and do any harass. So Phoenixes are quite fast. He's going to use that to go ahead and scout his opponent as well as lift up Marauders later on in the game. I do like this choice to go ahead and get one Reaper out from LzGaMER, just using it to scout. He's also going to be using it later on in the game if it does survive this harass. Going to be sniping that probe. Again, this is the power of one Reaper on the map. You can snipe any scouting probes, and then you have complete control of where you want to scout. You can do exactly what you want with that Reaper, and a scan reveals the Phoenix.
And the Phoenix saying, yes, hello, this is what is being built out of the Stargate, so there will be more Phoenixes incoming. Honestly, this is a play that we've seen Noni do a lot in this matchup. You get a lot of Stalkers, you get a lot of Phoenixes, and you can deal with these one-base armies quite well. It looks like a lot of Marines coming out for LzGaMER, and that is the absolute correct choice. We have a Starport going down as well. Phoenix is very fast. This is a very harassment style of Protoss play. You want to just poke around. You see this Reaper that's hanging out here. It should get lifted right now. Yes, there's the free Reaper. Oh, he misses. Well, he needs to get the Reaper. There's the free Reaper. And again, similar to how the Reaper denies probe scouts, the Phoenixes deny any scout as well.
And one of the first things that LzGaMER did do when he saw that Phoenix and that Stargate is throw down an engineering base. That just shows that he's going to be able to get those missile turrets up, and great reactionary play. Here come those Phoenixes from iNcontrol, kind of scouting around the outside of the base, not committing to actually going inside anytime soon, probably waiting for their friend to go ahead and catch up with the other two.
The series is really showcasing the versatility of these players. I mean, look at Phoenixes, and then a very fast expansion, and then like one base Void Ray pushing into Colossus. I mean, huge variety from iNcontrol, and likewise LzGaMER playing different in all games, and whoopsie daisies, could have gotten a free Phoenix, but didn't react in time. So the Phoenixes are continuing to poke around, and right now, I mean, iNcontrol knows exactly what is going on in LzGaMER's base.
If we go back into the main of iNcontrol, he has gotten that robotics facility down, and he's going to be transitioning into Colossus here with that robotics bay coming down. So he's going to be just using 3 lone Phoenixes to do a little bit of harassment, and then switching up his build. Looks like he kind of mismicroed those Phoenixes, let him take a couple extra shots. One of them quite low without any shields and only 50 HP right now.
And this is going to be very tough to deal with as LzGaMER. The Phoenixes shut down those medevacs so easily. And look at this. This is so annoying. This is what we call pinning. These Phoenixes pin back LzGaMER's army. LzGaMER feels continually compelled to pull back and prevent these Phoenixes from doing these obnoxious little harassment bits. But it looks like LzGaMER is just going to go from it. He's going to accept the hits. He's going to accept the free SCV kills and just do a giant counter push. There needs to be some very fast sentries getting thrown down to block that ramp, but it doesn't look like he has enough gas. Stim is done. Combat shield is done. The Marauders are advancing. Does he have concussive shell? Yes, he has all the key upgrades right now. The Phoenixes are seeing everything. Oh, is he
they're about to fly over there. He's good control. There's both of us freak out because he could have been stimming and killing those Phoenixes, but iNcontrol does catch that. And this is nice stim into the main of iNcontrol with no Colossus right now. This is going to do so much damage. Those Marauders were in the front, though, so they are going to be focused down quite well.
Oh,
but another stim and the
Colossus gets out in time, and the Marauders are all done, so it doesn't mean that the Colossus is dead yet, but it looks like Colossus doing some great micro pulling back. Ooh, iNcontrol doing a very good job, barely staying alive. Did you see that impeccable timing by iNcontrol? Well, maybe it could have been could have got the Colossus maybe 10 seconds earlier and not lost his entire army, but still amazing timing by both players. And iNcontrol, God bless StarCraft 1 players, expanding when he has an advantage.
Yeah, one thing to note is that the Colossus was out on the field for about 12 seconds, and it racked up 12 kills against those Marines. 3 lone Marines going to be go ahead and reporting back to the base of LzGaMER, telling him exactly what is going on, but he has no idea that an expansion has thrown down, and that is the hallmark of any good player, is winning a fight like that, knowing that you're somewhat ahead, and go ahead and safely expanding because your opponent has no forces to go ahead and do any harassment against that.
Absolutely, and LzGaMER on the back foot. He does have that key +1 upgrade. I'm liking that, and he's getting a lot of Marauders. Marauders are going to be key against this mix of ground units that iNcontrol has, as well as these Colossi, and it looks like nothing but Vikings coming out for LzGaMER. Doesn't even want to risk getting any medevacs, and there the Vikings do reveal themselves. Phoenix is doing a little run and shoot action, but I'm torn on who has an advantage right now. iNcontrol does have that expansion up, but LzGaMER is creating this death army that can really annihilate Colossi fast.
Yeah, this is the army composition that he actually won with last game. Looks like that probe does see the fact that LzGaMER has no expansion up. Really wondering where he's going to be sending this factory. This is going to be very important if this can get into the main of iNcontrol. He's going to obviously know exactly what's going on. More units being added into iNcontrol's, or more Phoenixes being added into iNcontrol's army, and I love this mix of Colossus Phoenix play from any Protoss user.
Yeah, this is a cool unit mix, this Colossus Phoenix. It's what I call a cute unit mix. You don't have that many units, but all the ones you do have are supposed to be hitting very, very hard. The one risk you run is just if your opponent has way more stuff. I mean, obviously Colossi are going to be great against infantry, and obviously the Phoenixes are going to be good against air, but if you just get a ton of stuff the way LzGaMeR is going for, it's still going to be very tough to deal with.
And one of the other things that I want to talk about is upgrades. Usually kind of in the earlier rounds of the tournament, you don't see too many players getting upgrades. A lot of those games are fast, but LzGaMeR has +1 weapons, and he's going to be getting +1 army here very soon. And in StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2, upgrades make all the difference.
Absolutely. 6 Vikings out right now. LzGaMeR going for a big push, has lots of Marines, but not quite enough Marauders. It's going to be very tough to combat those Colossi very well. Here come all the Phoenixes. The Vikings are torn. Should they be shooting the Phoenixes or should they be shooting Colossus? There's the stim, and it looks like he's pulling back, going to be able to pick off one of those Phoenixes, but oh, LzGaMeR with some miss micro, taking some huge hits, and here comes iNcontrol with an absolutely perfect composition. The Vikings are doing a good amount of damage, but they will slowly fall. It is all Marauders left over, and iNcontrol now in a commanding position to take this game.
Now, I'm about to make a bad joke, but iNcontrol is definitely in control of this match right now, as he does have that expansion up. The LzGaMeR expansion is just now going down, so iNcontrol is going to be pushing forward right now.
Oh my god, these Vikings need to do really, really excellent damage right now. Those Marauders need to do damage to the Stalkers to keep those Vikings alive. And the command center, at 99.999%, the SCV dies, and he must lift off. LzGaMeR absolutely on the back foot right now. And iNcontrol does not have many unit-producing structures, but he is getting the money mix. Stalker, Colossus, Phoenix. Very little that you can do about that. iNcontrol just in such a lead, he's killing anything he can find, including destructible rocks and floating factories. And honestly, LzGaMeR doing everything he can. He's even adding on another barracks. This is all he can do to stay in the game.
And another hallmark of any good player, iNcontrol could possibly push in and win right now, but what is he doing? He's knocking down the destructible rocks just to make sure to get that expansion up and be one up again on his opponent when it comes to the economy game. He knows he knows that LzGaMeR still does have that same unit composition. He can't have too much of an army, too much of a macro army right now because he doesn't have any expansions up. So iNcontrol showing that he knows what's going on, and he's just going to sit back and keep macroing up right now.
Now this is an interesting set of decisions by iNcontrol. I love that he killed off the destructible rocks to set himself up for the gold. I love that he's throwing down a forge to potentially get some upgrades, to be able to deal with some harass. Yep, there's the, oh, look at that timing right as it finishes starting it. Twilight Council I'm a little bit confused on, not entirely sure why he's going for that quickly. Perhaps wants Blink for those Stalkers, but more gateways would probably be a better choice so we can keep that lead. But the Vikings trying to do some more damage, but oh my god, there's just too many Colossus. He needs to stim and do a lot of damage to the Colossus, but there are just too many. Oh my god, LzGaMeR's entire force is getting torn to shreds. iNcontrol might have to have the terrible, terrible feat of beating 2 of his teammates.
GG. LzGaMeR being the well-mannered player, being so nice to his teammate, well played, and good luck in the rest of the tournament, and that is just so bad to see. Two of these these two high caliber players leaving the tournament, or one of them leaving the tournament now. It's always bad. There's the friendship that these players have on that team. There's Stuart from Team EG going ahead and giving that comforting hand on the shoulder of LZ, and man, it's so sad to see LZ leave.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, we haven't really talked about what it feels like to lose a game of StarCraft in the tournament experience, because honestly, the entire world is melting around you, right? You have no focus there. Everything is on the game. These players are playing around 200 to 300 actions per minute, all of which are critical. If you mess up 3 to 4 of those, the game can end immediately. We saw 1 or 2 misclicks from LzGaMeR in those battles, which caused him to lose. You have adrenaline coursing through your veins, and it is just so difficult to maintain good composure.